Hello, I'm Devin. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about using analog productivity tools to enhance the work that you're probably doing in the digital space. This video is an introduction to I believe it's 11 videos total, course that I made on how to set up Getting Things Done, David Allen's productivity system, in an Everbook. I took my Everbook apart for this video, so I can't really show it to you. But the only thing, if you only take away anything from this video, it's to know that you are going to need 10 bundles in your Everbook to set up Getting Things Done. I'm going to right now walk you through the name of each of those bundles so you can see the full list. Then you can go through the rest of the course to see in detail about each of those bundles. But if you hang around on this video after I walk through the bundles, I'll tell you why I've chosen Getting Things Done and why I've chosen to do it in an Everbook instead of in any other format. So, bundle number 0, blank pages. Bundle number 1, an inbox. Formerly this was a logbook, but inbox. Next actions lists. Next actions bundle. Calendar. Agendas. Projects. Project support. Future. Reference. Finally, focus and direction. With those 10 bundles, you can implement the entire Getting Things Done system inside of your Everbook. And in the next videos, I'm going to walk through how those all are constructed one by one. And then finally, well, not finally, but then there's a video that will demonstrate using the system in your Everbook to show how they all work together in concert. So why Getting Things Done, right? There's a bunch of different productivity systems out there. Why have I honed in on Getting Things Done by David Allen? Two main reasons. One, I believe it's very important in life in general to accept reality as it is. So, as you get into many other productivity frameworks, they begin with cultivating a mindset, and I find that frequently they ask you to decide what's important. And so you are cultivating some vision, some ideas within yourself, and then imposing that onto your system to elicit results. Now, you should probably think through what you'd like to accomplish in life, 100%. But David Allen's system has the opposite approach, where you begin by observing and discovering what's important. So that's a big difference. Many other systems, you're deciding what's important and putting it out there. With Getting Things Done, you are discovering what's important. You're kind of receiving it, like allowing it into your consciousness, into your attention, and then working with it. This is most frequently seen when you're preoccupied with something. You're going to hear me in these videos use the example of doing the dishes. In my house, I do the dishes, and while I'm doing the dishes, my hands are busy, and my mind can wander. And oftentimes it will wander and be reminded of things that I need to attend to. Tasks for work, tasks around the house, personal ambitions, etc. But guess what? I can't do any of that stuff right in that moment. I'm busy washing the dishes. And so, David Allen's system, the GTD system, allows me to observe that apparently I didn't decide that this thing that keeps coming to mind is important, but it keeps coming to mind. And so I'm going to have some humility in front of that recurring idea, or a first-time idea, whatever, and I'm going to bring it into the system where it will manifest and bear fruit if it's good, or, we could dismiss it later if it's not worth it. Second, why Getting Things Done? This system has been developed and perfected over the past 40 years. I don't think it's possible to do better. I say that because I've found a lot of resources of people attempting to do better. This is Matt Perman's What's Best Next. This was in a moment when I had tried to do getting things done and then was like, oh, I can do better. Let's read this book. It's got some improvements upon David Allen's system. No, actually, that book introduced a handful of things that were a big detraction from David Allen's system. And if you don't take anything else, one of the big ones is how Allen is very clear of you need to be clearly decided if your email inbox is a to-do list or not. And I'm here to say David Allen's default is that your inbox is not a to-do list. Your to-do list is a to-do list. And so that's just an example, I think, of like, yeah, David Allen has been experimenting with this system, with executives for 40 years. You're just not going to do better. You can't go back and redo that work. Why doing it in an Everbook? In an Everbook specifically, one is, I think it's very important that we do our thinking without screens. Just speaking with somebody who shared how we do this all the time. We hop onto our phone or we hop onto our computer to do something productive. But the applications, even the web browsers and operating systems now, are being designed to distract us. Advertising revenue is the name of the game, and in order to earn advertising revenue, you need to capture the attention of the users. And so these tools that are pitched to us as being highly productive often are wildly distracting. And so the reason for using the Everbook, pen and paper, turn the screens off, is so that you can stay focused and clearly think through all the stuff that's in front of you. Now, you might say that's true of any notebook. You can just throw pieces of paper on the desk. Why an Everbook? Well, the reason is, in an Everbook, you have a particular structure of, obviously you have your cover, and then bundles, folders, and pages that you can rearrange and organize as needed for however your life requires it. And it becomes a great opportunity to experiment and to reconstruct and rebuild and try something new until you really find this system that has great symbiosis, a symbiotic relationship with the way that your own mind works. And so the Everbook can become an extension of yourself because it lacks constraints. It can be and flex to whatever makes the most sense to you, and only to you. It really becomes something very personal after a while, and the fact that it makes no sense to anybody else is not a problem. And so, with that, I hope that you'll tune into the rest of the videos. We will go through first each of the bundles and how they work. Then I will demonstrate for you working with them and how they work in harmony together to organize your work and your not work. Just organize your stuff. We'll also touch on how does this system collide with your email inbox and Google Drive or Dropbox or OneDrive, those other digital resources that you're using. And then just some other general thoughts to help leave you very well equipped to make the most of this system and hopefully become exceptionally productive in your workplace, in your home, and everywhere you go.